Hey everyone, how are you doing? It's Mel with the Mark and Mel team, eXp Realty, and we're over and going to be revisiting in a community that my mind was blown away because I looked up stats. And you know, everybody, we are really honest with our home sellers and home buyers about what is happening in the Arizona market. And right now, we are seeing a leveling off of a lot of things. There are a little bit less incentives out there, I notice. So I'm just wondering if we are bottoming out here. There was a decrease in prices ever since 2022. The peak, it was in 2022, came down the next year. There was a little bit of a bounce upward of appreciation again after it had come down. It bounced up, then it started coming down again. And so now we're bobbing at the bottom of that price that it came down since 2022. Now, since the rates have dropped, the Fed dropped the rates, it hasn't really impacted what the lenders are doing out there. Lenders had already considered a rate drop, and the rates did go down a little. So that was kind of a little bit of a spur, but not enough to get a lot of buyers into the market. And a lot of sellers were just putting their foot down and going down, creeping down in their price a little bit. Of course, new builds, we know, they can do other incentives besides the price reductions, right? They can throw money towards closing costs. They can throw in more upgrades. They can buy down the rate, which they are doing amazing at. I mean, to where some weren't even doing a 2-1 buy down, where you weren't just getting a price rate reduction on the first 2 years of the mortgage. You gave a fixed rate lower, like 3.99. up to 4.5. So we're going to revisit this Blossom Rock community because it is going gangbusters. Still, they are building like crazy. A couple of the home builders have closed out. They are done with their sales. And people are really liking it here. In fact, so much that I looked up the appreciation over in the area. It's not depreciating here. Actually, they are experiencing some appreciation in Blossom Rock community here. And watch till the end, because we like to highlight what is in the East Valley here, in the Northeast Valley. And we're talking of Maricopa County. It's really East Valley, right? But the mountains here, the Superstitions, have so much to offer, because not only all the hiking of the Superstition Mountains, but you have the lakes. You have all the lakes that the acronym is SCAR. So if you think about that, the lowest lake is Saguaro Lake. Mark will remind me, Saguaro Lake. So you got Saguaro Lake, then you have Canyon Lake, then you got the Apache Lake, and then you got the Roosevelt Lake. So that's spells SCAR. So you can know those are all the reservoir lakes and the dams, all 4 of them in the East Valley here. And Apache Lake is more remote. So we're going to share how we got to Apache Lake. And if you like off-roading, then you will love that. So we'll share what that adventure was when we tried to go to Apache Lake. Ever since we shared the last tour of Blossom Rock, Pulte has almost completely sold out the phase. One of the reasons these are selling out really well is, of course, the incentives. They offer a lot of new build concessions. Plus, right now, this one is got 4.99% fixed rate. I mean, that's hard to beat out there. So they are kind of getting a lot sold that way. And you can see this is the all-generational suite, which is really lovely. You can either enter outside or through the home. You have a separate living area there, your dining area, a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom. So this is being utilized by either, young people that are living with their family to try and save up for a home themselves, students. You've got all kinds of uses for this. In-laws, guests, extra income from that are coming and wanting to stay in the winter. So or maybe friends that want to stay in the winter. So this right here is a nice, large, great room, and it is a good size area for dining room, table, good size area for entertaining in the living room area. You can see it's very open, so that's a nice thing. This is a one level, and this one right now, they have move-in ready homes as low as 554,900. So that's a very reasonable cost. Nice large backyard where you can either, put a pool or you can use the community pool. Of course, they have a heated community pool here that's beautiful. I will show you at the end, or near the end. We're going to go ahead and show you the community facilities. This is a large primary bedroom here. I think it's really good size. Now here they have a separate tub and shower, but you can have the option if you're building a home to have large, just walk-in shower and delete the tub. You've got the dual vanities and sinks, which is nice. Private water closet, good size walk-in closet. This, like I say, is one level. It's 2-car garage. So you have that generational suite up front that's got the 1 bedroom, but on top of that you have the laundry area here on the way to the 2-car garage. You have a hall bathroom here with a double sink, which is great. So that's a 3rd bathroom altogether. And you've got the 2 bedrooms that are near the front of the house. So more of a split floor plan design. So they're good sized rooms, and like I said, they have these $30,000 in options that they're providing, 4.99 fixed rate. Now this is a 2-story Prado. Okay, this one is very large. So this model home shows that it's 2-story with 2,830 square feet. It's got a total of 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and 2.5-car garage. Now you have the 1 office in front. You have a full bedroom near the front of the home, but this bedroom does have its own bathroom. So that's nice, because if you don't have a generational suite and you don't mind going from the garage right into the room, that's one way to have a little bit more privacy. You got a half bath there. You got the linen closet. So in going back on this is very open, light. I love the light streaming through those windows up above. Very open feel. And it's a good sized kitchen too. It's a large breakfast bar. You could seat 5 people at this breakfast bar. So it's a very nice flowing design. Not only that, but you do have the dining room area here. And look at the way they have the slider there, plus the window open up to the backyard. It's gorgeous. You can have your big dining room table plus outdoor seating, which everybody knows in the winter is great in Arizona. You got a large primary bedroom, and you have double sinks in here. This has a full walk-in shower, just a large shower instead of the tub. You got a walk-in closet there, private water closet there. And like I said, it's a very open design. So we're going to go upstairs and take a look at what's up there. So this opens up to down below, and lots of room though for seating area there, another desk area there, or just a large rec room. You could put desks all around the walls there if you wanted, for studying, or just a rec room. You've got a nice large bedroom plus its bathroom here and a walk-in closet. So you can have that private area there for somebody that wants or needs more privacy there in their room. And then you've got the hall bath with the double vanity sinks there. And you've got the bedroom here and the other bedroom here. So you've got the Total of 3 bedrooms up here, plus a loft, and 2 bathrooms upstairs. Now this one is for sale as low as $587,000, but they do have, like I say, these deals on available homes that are all ready to go. So you have to be ready to see those. So give us a call and we will share those with you. Now look at this. This area is so pleasant. They have these running creeks and little waterfalls throughout. You can sit over there. There's an outdoor fireplace. There's a large clubhouse. It overlooking the lake. It is beautiful. And this is part of your community. It's all gated so that if you live here, you are the only one that gets through here. And it's a gated pool here. It is heated year round. We were told it was heated year round, and that's all included in your HOA. And the wonderful thing is it's a good size Ramadas, lots of seating area in the shade and outside. So it's a good size pool. And you've got a kiddie pool on the other end, so that you have either this large pool for the big people, and then you've got this kiddie pool that is more shallow and a little safer for the small ones. So outside the gate here, you can see this is all lake, and it is stocked. You can fish in this lake. It's also got a ramada. It's got seating around it. It is beautiful. There's a fountain in the middle. The grounds are beautiful. It's all paved. The walks are paved. The lighting at night here is amazing. It is low light because they want you to be able to walk around the community and enjoy the stars. So you can see they're having a real fun event coming up, and they do have events for the community, which is nice. It brings people together, and they have a big party room for that. And they have this large park area, and it's all padded. That's all rubbery padding, so that, you know, when the little ones run down the hill and they fall, it's like falling on a carpet of rubber. So that makes it really nice too, because they don't get all scratched up like on concrete. So they can climb on all this good stuff. There's a big walkway up there, and it goes on and on. Tons of fun areas to sit, so you can pleasantly be there to hang out with the family or friends and just watch, but still be, you know, comfortable. There's lots of shaded areas too. So this is, and then they've got the artificial turf there. So this is just a really nice community center that's all included. Now we're going to show you, we said we're going to go up past the superstitions, because this is in Apache Junction, and you've got those beautiful superstitions right there to the north where you can go hiking. But we're going to show you how easy it is to get out to the lakes. So from Blossom Rock, it only took about 40 minutes to get to Canyon Lake. It's about 22 miles to Canyon Lake from Blossom Rock. And then you go towards Tortilla Flats. Then a little past Tortilla Flat, you start the road, the dirt road to Apache Lake. And it is a long dirt road to Apache Lake. So the total time to Apache Lake from Blossom Rock was 1 hour and 33 minutes. But like I said, it was a beautiful drive and a beautiful day for the drive. You do have a certain amount of time when you come over these overlooks where you can look at, you know, Canyon Lake. It's very picturesque. You can stop at Canyon Lake if you want. You can put your feet in the water. You can go swimming if you want. You don't have to go all the way to Apache Lake. You can have a lot of fun at Canyon Lake. It's a lot quicker to get to Canyon Lake. And you do have parking areas where you can park your car just for the day and just spend your time in the water. It's really not a big deal. Now on the weekend, it's a different story. It does get very crowded on the weekends. You have lots of boaters. So this was during the midweek, and we had hardly anybody there. But it is a beautiful area. And you can see right down there, that is Tortilla Flats. That's at the east end of Canyon Lake. And Tortilla Flats is fun in itself. There's a restaurant bar there, a little jail looking thing, a real picturesque little, it actually is an old building. And a lot of people go there because it's historic. You've got a lot of people that take, biking, if you like, motorcycle trips. They have a lot of people that love going out there on their motorcycles and just hanging out, saying hi, and visiting. It is really fun. I don't think I can find the picture, but Mark and I have pictures of us when we first met. We went out there and we sat on the bar stools. The bar stools are all like horse saddles. So lots of fun, quirky little bar, and old looking schoolhouse kind of thing. Just funky, kind of fun. But not too far after that, it turns to a dirt road. And we're talking, several miles. And then it turns to dirt. And then the dirt gets a little rougher of a ride. And the road gets a little more narrow. And there's lots of areas where you can step out, take a walk, pullouts where you have these amazing views that are so picturesque for photographers out there. So they are beautiful. And there's also a restroom at this stop, almost halfway to Apache Lake, but it was closed at the time we were there. But you can see the engineering of these roads, and there are pictures there talking about the history and how they, 100 years ago made this road and built up the sides with rock. Again, you could still see the 100-year-old rock piles instead of concrete for the walls to help the erosion from the road not happen, so that they wouldn't wash away in these monsoon floods. So it's really something, but it in our car, it wasn't, the smoothest ride. It was kind of bumpy. We have a all-wheel vehicle, so we can go off-roading pretty comfortably. A couple places here, it did narrow down to one lane, so you could go across the bridge that goes either over a lake or over this canyon. This canyon right here, which was a creek. Can't remember the name of the creek. The creek was totally dry, but it wouldn't be in a monsoon. Of course, that's why they tell you not to hike during monsoons, because we have flash floods. You do not want to be hiking in those areas during flash floods, because that's why they call them flash. They just come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, people get in trouble if they're driving out there, so you don't want to mess around with that. We did see a lot of vehicles that were made more for the dirt, like Jeeps and four-wheelers. We saw a lot of those. But here you can see you're coming down finally onto a paved road, and that paved road will lead you to Apache Lake. And you can see Apache Lake is just out in the middle of nowhere. Some people love to go out here camping. There is a resort. We'll show you the resort here. It is not a fancy resort. They've redone it. It's nothing real fancy, but it's affordable, and it's kind of fun, kind of funky, and really original. So they've just added to it. I've heard that they've done a lot of remodeling, so we'll see what that looks like. And here we are. This is the back of the restaurant and where you check into the resort. It looks like they have a lot of fun here with lights, lots of events probably along the lake. You've got this big artificial turf here, and it looks like there's a big trailer out there where they might have entertainment sometimes. So it looks like it's really fun. And so this is the inside. You can see all these original pictures. It is so cool. Of course, a lot of people hunt around here. And look at these old original pontoons and boats, and the original pictures of them excavating for the dam, to build the dam, and the lake reservoir. It is, they used stagecoaches. They used horses and coaches to do the original work on these roads. It's amazing. It's actually very, very cool. It hasn't changed much. That's what is really neat. I know it's filled in a lot since they did change it because it filled in these reservoirs. So, but that is where the valley gets a lot of the water from the reservoir. So there won't be homes built around these lakes. Like Mark was saying, it's not going to be built up around these lakes.
What's that lake upstream from Bartlett?
Oh, Pleasant? Bartlett?
No. Horseshoe. Bartlett, Sorrel Lake, Canyon Lake, Apache Lake. Oh, Apache Lake. Roosevelt Lake.
Oh, okay. Wow. Star, right there. That shows you how, in comparison, how big Roosevelt is. So from this point, we had the option to either turn around and go back and take that dirt road, back, or we could go forward to the end of Apache Lake and on to Roosevelt Lake and then get on the main highway and then just take a paved road all the way back through Globe. So that's what we decided to do. We drove right along the Apache Lake even further, which was neat to see. You can only go so far because then you're going to come up against the dam area, and you can only go, then it gets too shallow and you can't go close to the dam. Oh yeah, the
So
buoys
in other words,
are telling,
absolutely do not go
Yeah.
upstream from here.
because that's where
And that doesn't mean it's navigable even right down there. There might be markings saying don't. There's nothing. There are no hazards marked beyond this point. Because these are two different things. This is like, don't tread on our space around the dam. It's dangerous. And the reason for that is, if they let a lot of water out, could be treacherous up there.
Right.
And it's probably stupid shallow.
Yeah, you can see some boulders sticking out. So all of a sudden you come up against that huge dam, and you used to have to drive over that dam, that road at the top of the dam. Mark said that was the way that you would cross over there. But they have a separate bridge now. So we'll show you on the other side what it looks like. So that's the other side of the dam on the east side. And there's the new road.
There's the road surface that was probably used. It probably went down around there somehow.
Yeah, so the road used to be lower and the dam was lower. That's wild.
I do remember in my lifetime the news that this bridge got built. I remember that very clearly.
The bridge was built when?
Between 1987 and 1990. It was completed in 1990.
Oh, okay.
So that had to be how you got across you got passage here. That dam had to be shorter.
Yeah.
Basically, if that was the road, it
Right.
had to be a shorter dam.
Right. And it does look different, like different material.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Modifications could begin. A $21 million bridge was built to relocate traffic off the top of Roosevelt Dam. So Roosevelt Lake Bridge is the longest two-lane single-span steel arch bridge in North America.
So pretty. So this is F. Finch. And nice little restaurant, casual. You got a bar inside. You can eat at the bar or sit at a little table or come out here. And we decided to come out here and look at the beautiful view of the lake. You can see right over there's the marina there. And there's all kinds of fun boating people over there. We've known some and gone on the lake with them, and that was fun. Do you like this lake?
Not particularly.
How come?
It's too big and open.
Really?
Not as pretty as the smaller lakes.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about bumping into people.
I don't ever worry about bumping into people no matter what lake I'm on.
There's more to explore too. I don't know. I like it out here, but yeah, that's why the other ones are popular. Saguaro and Canyon.
Experiences on here on this lake where it was just miserable because it was so windy. It's just so open. You're much more susceptible to wind on this lake because there's not as much. There aren't the sheer mountains all around you.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
An uncomfortable day being out in the wind here. That's the main reason I didn't care for it.
No,
It's just so big.
I had fun out here on a jet
Well,
ski.
I'm not saying you can't have fun out here.
Yeah,
It's just that it wasn't, to me, I never felt it was worth the drive
right.
coming out here
Yeah.
when we had lakes much closer.
I wouldn't mind staying on one of those houseboats though that we saw down there. That'd be fun.
In the middle of the